fantastic against him. Like, put up a real fight, played really, really well. But it's very rare that you see somebody who you haven't like really heard of before go in and put on a show like that. But it's time to put on the show here. And, you know, we might see the Joker in game number 2 because Rob Yoshi, not all that fun for Rob.
I can see that. You know, Yoshi has a big old foot, some big disjoints, a decent projectile, and loves the combo.
Especially more than anything else is the double jump armor really messes with Rob in some situations.
And you kind of have both options. You have the double jump armor, and you have that quick nair. So there's a bunch of different ways to kind of stop some of those Rob conversions that Robs love to do. Okay, and we apparently have parries left and right as well.
I mean, that is the, like how do I fight against Rob? Step 1, parry landing nair. Step 2, you're probably already fine.
you had to do that just to get out of phase 1 of pools, all right?
Ooh, tries for the Zombear there, like the short hop reverse bear. Can't get it.
Yeah. Oh, interesting trade right there. Yoshi also not the lightest character. So that's something else that's going to play a role, is that Rob's going to have to work a little bit harder. Give me the top and possibly your stock. That was so close to being a beautiful flip. Instead, you are gone.
He gets grabbed on the platform, pop up off the down throw, parry, gets the up air, but that was almost in microcosm, an instance of what I was talking about with the double jump armor really messing with Rob sometime, especially with Yoshi being able to catch that, but beautiful tech! Gonna look for that up air there, rising off the ledge. Needs to find some way to get this damage, like as much extra credit as possible, because once Yoshi gets this stock, then you're a big body at low percent versus Yoshi, but you know what? Atomic's still living. Gets the trip 2 off the down tilt. Gonna keep trying to get this stock off. Needs anything. Come on, Ehis.
We're hoping.
Hit him once.
Eventually, with an egg. Oh, we're taking. That's one hit.
Like the nair trade there, but Coast to Coast certainly won't do anything.
It's looking really difficult at the moment.
I like the up-angled laser to try and call out the initial jump there, but Ehis just going to stay down, pop the shield. We're going to start to get desperate here, though.
Yeah.
Once Atomic crosses 200, and there it goes. Up tilt, up air. Not in the way that you usually expected. Not the true combo version, but instead the sharking version.
It was like a step ladder, you know? You didn't get up there the first time, but you're like, look, I'm close enough. I can get into the attic now.
It was the stool. You had to, couldn't find the step ladder, so had to make the jump from the lower step.
Are we seeing some magic start? Because, I mean, at the end of the day, you're at 155. Oh, there was some magic, but it was...
You were at 155.
They peeked behind the curtains too soon. Never mind. Edgeguard attempt coming in. So difficult to try to edgeguard a Rob, though. Has that fuel. A down B. Very random. Well, not a random option. Unorthodox option. Doesn't take the stock, but great damage. 136. You're still at 0. Atomic kind of needs to tack on some damage to really make this meaningful.
But especially against a character like Rob, who doesn't have like the most amazing out of shield, especially without gyro in hand.
Yeah.
If you catch a Rob shielding in front of you, you can pop that down B. Best case scenario, you'll either get a kill or a shield break, which will then be a kill. So you can be more than happy.
Yeah. But, you know, speaking of that, Atomic seemed maybe a little more aware and actually rolled away earlier.
Yeah, the first time it's a surprise. The second time it's already been filed away.
Yeah. In the get-up attack, I'm intangible. Get off of me. Oh,
another down throw. Yoshi, though, is going to be able to get that second jump out, so not going to be caught by up tilt, up air at that percent. But instead, you know, we saw it on the first stock of Atomic, the falling up air from Ehis, and then Atomic's like, oh, I can do that too, even when it's not true.
Taking a page out of his book, if you will. He's like, look, I can do that. I like that. That was a cool trick.
That's how we improve. When our opponent does something cool, we just file it away, put it in the back pocket, stay ready to make use of it. Going into game 2, the Rob worked real well. Atomic was able to win game number 1 with a pretty strong 2 stock, so I don't think we'll get to see the Joker after all.
Who is Atomic talking to? Who is Atomic talking to?
I think probably they switched sides.
Okay.
Like they disconnected and
Right now?
who was player 1, player 2. So I think that was probably Dill that Atomic was talking to on the stage.
I think Atomic has a personal helper.
No, they changed player 1, player. No mid-set coaching.
I'm just a kid, and I don't think Atomic needed it anyway after how well that was played.
Yeah, Dill was just up there like, hey, I told you to be player 1, you need to be player 1.
Atomic is like,
oh,
look,
sorry,
player 1,
bad.
player 2, I'm still getting the W. Is right now trailing a lot more at this phase of stock number 1 than last time. 83 to 25. Atomic getting a much better handle, I guess, on how Ehis wants to play.
Gonna keep throwing these gyros and back airs out there, though, until he gets the opportunity to close out this first stock. And this is very different to how the first game went. And I'd like to chalk it up to some adaptation, especially timing adaptation from Atomic. He's not letting the double jumps from Yoshi get to him, and instead he's baiting them out. He wants Ehis to double jump, so then he's out of resources, out of options, and maybe even out of luck.
Yeah, it almost reminds me of, if you ever watch basketball, for example, zone to zone versus man to man. It seemed like last game was a lot more man to man. Wherever you go, I'm trying to hit you directly. But this time, Atomic is playing a zone. Atomic's kind of just throwing out attacks, saying, here's a wall, I'm going to attack this spot, and whenever you approach it, you're taking some damage, and it worked out really well.
I'm glad you explained it, because I don't watch basketball, and so I had no idea what you were talking about, but it seems like you are exactly 100% correct, because Atomic is just keeping Ehis locked down, not letting him step where he wants to, especially center stage. Atomic has spent a good chunk of this game inside of the Pokeball, but he's going to spend this time on the Angel platform as Ehis is able to shark him out with that rising up air.
And I guess that's why Atomic was so desperate to keep the Yoshi at the ledge. The moment Yoshi gets center stage, you're in jeopardy of losing that top.
Oop.
Oh, the accidental taunt?
Yeah, that was certainly a misinput.
No, it was a great taunt, though. I love Yoshi's taunt. A little dance,
I like the one where he runs, like, in place. As, like, the little foot scramble.
Ah, okay. The one that looks like down air?
Yeah, but he's, like, on the ground doing it. Speaking of down air.
Throws it out there, got another grab, and good luck.
Ooh, alive.
DI that well.
Yeah, really good DI plus no rage from Atomic, but second time, no, he's out! Ehis survives!
But a heavy sneeze right now from Rob might be enough to get rid of Yoshi, as Yoshi's approaching 200%. Love that. Little egg lay, okay. Carry into the combo.
Yeah, as long as Ehis stays aware of which stray hits from Rob are going to kill, your Nair, almost. The gyro, there it goes. He was able to play defensively really well around those specific options up until finally Atomic was able to get that hit.
Goes back to the gyro, drops it, a little bit of a combo coming in, no big damage though. This is his time to shine. Kind of got to finish it now, if you will. Otherwise, you're going to be trailing by so much. That gyro giving a little bit of distance, a little bit of safety for Atomic to actually get back on the stage. Beautiful fair. Ehis still relentless on this pursuit, but not able to find anything that will stick.
Ooh, these down tilts. One of them does trip, but Atomic isn't quick enough to react to it, and so just gets another down tilt instead. Keeps sending him out off stage. This is where he's been making so much happen. On the ledge with a falling back air from Ehis. Allows him to not just get back up on stage, but to force Atomic into the corner. Atomic doesn't stay there very long, though.
Yeah. Let me out, all right? I don't like this cage. I don't like being confined.
Ooh! Atomic started up smash there. It was like almost active.
Yeah.
And it was like the frame before up smash became active, the falling up air got him.
You can't make this story up.
Well, but you can make this air up. Oh, it didn't kill.
Yeah. I was wondering if we were going to see a back throw instead. Oh, the laser. Two snipes for kills.
Oh, yeah. Especially Atomic recognizing that Ehis was going to try and stall, or Ehis rather, was going to try and stall off stage with the rising egg toss. Just throw that out there. If it misses, oh well. If it hits, I win the game. So very, very low risk, high reward option from Atomic, and it pays dividends.
What adjustments would you like to see from Ehis to potentially, put themselves on the board, get move to a game number 4.
I think one of the biggest things here is that he's just not been getting anything off of advantage states. Most of what has happened to Atomic throughout this set has just been like little one-hit, two-hits, where I would expect, especially in Yoshi Rob, I'm looking for these like 10-hit, long shark extended combos, and Ehis is just not getting them.
Yeah, it's really just good observation. And, you know, talking about it, we finally got 3 hits, but nothing too crazy, too meaty. I mean, an 87% is nice, but this is a Rob. It's not like we're talking about some lightweight carry. It's not a Kirby.
Yeah, but doing a pretty good job sharking here, and even with the parry, wasn't able to get out there and get the secondary hit to keep the juggle going. Just cannot keep Atomic off the ground.
Edgeguard attempt. This was risky. You played too long in the kitchen. Ended up getting burnt. You just got to get out of it sometimes. Go to the living room and wait.
Both myself and Atomic saw that like 5 seconds ahead of time. The second Ehis committed off stage, Atomic saw red.
It was the second one. You know, the first forward air wasn't that bad, but the second one, you're in such a bad position afterwards.
Yeah, Yoshi's recovery is very linear. It's not bad, I wouldn't necessarily say, but it is like it goes only one direction. And so once you're committed to that off stage, it's trivial for a Rob to position himself for that back air, get that stock off, and Atomic does just that, tries for the get-up attack, and then commits too hard to a laggy option, so the down B will get the stock.
It's kind of laughing at that one. I think saying I wasn't really planning to dodge with this down B and hit you, but man, did I look like a god when I pulled it off.
Stuck on the platform, Atomic going to be able to get the dash attack, but no fair follow-up. Yeah, let's charge up those projectiles.
Pretty even right now. If Ehis can get in there for, you know, one of those strings that you've been wanting to see out of him last, could potentially take a lead, but right now it's just straight hit after straight hit, and Rob is going to just excel if that's the game you want to play with him.
Run up F tilt coming through from Atomic to set up the ledge situation, but he's not able to capitalize off of it. Ehis has been doing a decent job of controlling the gyro, but he's not really holding on to it, is I think the big thing. He's like picking it up and then throwing it straight back immediately, and Atomic is more than happy to play catch with you if that's the game you want to play.
Yeah, and that's a really good point. You know, one of the best things you can do with gyro is just keep it on the field after you have control of it, because Rob can't pull it out again until it is gone.
Yeah, or you just throw it straight up to delay while it falls back down.
Oh!
Another down B, not another stock though, not this time around. Both players creeping up to that real high percent. And yeah, the bury into the up smash. Different option than what he's picked every other time, but it's still more than enough to get the kill. And Ehis isn't ready to follow up on his own setup. Gets the bear one, but does not follow up.
He doesn't, waits out the air dodge, but just misses the punish. You know, Ehis is so close to taking these stocks. Just a hair off time and time again, and it's just making it look so rough, so difficult, and almost unsurmountable at this point to bring it back first.
A disappointing way for the set to finish, but a way nonetheless as Atomic completes the 3-0 to move on in bracket, and just a smile and a sigh. Yeah. All that he can give there, and a wave to the camera. Atomic giving it up for the fans. We'll take that every day of the week.
I like that little slight adjustment that, you know, we have on stream. You know, you see who your winner is, and you know who unfortunately didn't exactly advance in that portion of the bracket because it's grayed out and slanted.
I was talking to Shannon earlier, Stango's partner, and she was like, yeah, if I see Nick's name like that on the screen, I'm going to lose it.
Better hope they win.
better hope Stango wins this weekend.
So unplug a controller or something. Don't want you to lose it.
Yeah. But Atomic certainly did not lose it in that set. Was pretty much in the driver's seat the entire time. And it's time for me to get excited because I see one of the two players we've got sitting down on the stage. It's time for some Georgia.
I love to see it. I love to see it. I'm glad you're excited. You weren't excited earlier?
I mean, I was excited earlier, but I always get more excited when I get the opportunity to cheer for my home region. You know, the Southeast, I think one of the best in the entire U.S., one of the best in the entire world. We're always doing it big. We got some of the greatest players, and we got one of them stepping up to the stage in the form of Mugen, a.k.a. Hyper Kirby. I think is still his tag on the stream. But before we get into that set, just giving you a little bit of a teaser so that you don't go anywhere. We got to make sure that we shout out the